guess what today is? Today is, hold on, I can't wait to tell you. Well, hey YouTube fam. Oh, I'm so excited. Today is auction pickup day. Yep. I won a few things on highbid.com. It's an online auction. It beats having to go stand in the heat. And now I gotta go to the bank, pick up some money. But we're gonna go pick up our stuff at the auction. But yeah, there was a auction that's been running for like 2 weeks. And I'm telling you, online auctions are the way to go because you don't have to go stand in the heat and you don't have to bid on stuff. You just do it. A lot of it I do from my bed. Or if I'm in between work, I bid on stuff. And so, yeah, so it's pretty exciting. So I did win a few things. I won a few. This auction had, and it's called Clear Creek Auctions, is the one I bid from because they're local sellers and I know them. And they go to estates and put all their stuff on an auction, and then you can bid on it and stuff. Some stuff you get pretty cheap, like the last time I bid on one of their auctions. You know, I walked away with stuff for $1, and you know, I got the table with the 3 chairs for $7, and so a lot of this stuff will go into the booth to be resold unless I just find something I can't live without. So bear with me. I'm going to run to the bank and I'm going to take you with me and even do a haul video. So I needed something happy in my life today. So being that it's auction pickup day, this has been an extremely tough week at work. I was having to work at a different location than what I normally work at, and it's just really mentally straining to me when you go and you work for the same company and you do all the, and every place does everything different. Okay, so I respect that, and I did a video on it the other day about how they use typewriters. I work at a funeral home, and this funeral home uses typewriters still. I do everything. I'm kind of a tech girl. I want it, I like new and improved, and so I do everything on the computer as far as designing, putting all my input in there. Oh, it's just, so yeah, that has been basically a learning experience. I kind of feel like that I was just kind of in the way and inadequate, but you do what you got to do. So that was going on, and then I posted this video this week, and if you want to watch it, you can. It was just kind of a rant and a whiny Candace video. Somebody hurt my feelings, and then after I made that video, I thought I should have made that video because I lost like 4 subscribers because they probably thought I was just such a wine bag. So that's okay. So today's Saturday. I'm running to the bank, but I have to work tomorrow on Sunday. Because I'm working at a different location. The boss there asked me if I could come in and make some folders because we have a visitation tomorrow for the funeral. I just really didn't want to, but I guess I will. So, anyways, I have 1 more week at this location because the other girl is on vacation, and then the next week I'm on vacation. Not going anywhere, probably just stay home and do some house cleaning. So as I was saying earlier, after an extremely long and hard week at work, it was really nice to look forward to Saturday because it was auction pickup day. And so
in 1 mile, I-540 south is on the right.
Sorry, she's gonna be talking to us. But yeah, so that's what's exciting because I have cases I need to type up for my funeral director apprenticeship stuff, and there's just a lot going on. And so
I-540 south is on the right.
And then again tomorrow I have to work, so I'm not really happy about that, but I'll only go in for a few hours probably. And my daughter and I were talking about different things
Proceed
one day.
On I-540 south.
And addictions and stuff like that. You know, people have addictions to different kinds of things, and I'm very open about my struggles with my ADHD, and especially at this age in my last year of my 50s. Uh, so I struggle with getting a dopamine rush occasionally, and I don't know if you know what that means, but especially those who struggle with ADHD, such as myself, we got to have a hit of dopamine every now and then. And so my daughter and I were talking about people who struggle with addictions and things like that. You know, people have an alcohol addiction or drug addiction, or there's all kinds of addictions that people got to have to kind of give them a, well, mine is shopping. And I've not been silent about that. I love to shop, but my kind of shopping is, I love resale. I love Goodwill. I love Savers. I love thrift. I love thrift. I mean, I love nice things too, but I tell everybody, yeah, I have champagne taste on a beer budget. So, anyways, probably anymore, beer is not cheap anyways, but I don't drink anyway, so I don't drink alcohol. So shopping is kind of is what I tell people is my dopamine hit, and I've discussed it a lot with my doctor, and it's probably really good that I went into like reselling and stuff, because I love other people's stuff, and so I like to buy it and I like to resell it. So I was so excited the other day. There is another app, and I try to keep y'all clued in the different kind of apps. I like Facebook Marketplace, but I'm not crazy about meeting people or people coming to my house and or going to people's houses to pick stuff up. Now, I do buy a lot of stuff off of Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace, but like I said, that is the part about Facebook Marketplace I don't like. I don't like going and meeting people, and I don't like people coming to my house. So, I found another app, and it's called Shop Exchange, and I'll put a link to it. And what I like about this app is that when you sell something, there's like points. You put in how many mile radius, 10 miles, 20 miles, and there's like different stores or businesses or whatever, and they are like the meetup. They are like, okay, so say the other day somebody bought something that I had listed on my Shop Exchange, and they bought it, and they're going to go to this place. I'm going to pack it all up, and so they're going to pick it up there. It's all packed up and ready for them to pick up. They don't have to see me. I don't have to see them. In the place where I dropped it off at, where the booth is, they'll hand it to the person. They claim it, and then once they pick it up, I get paid. It wasn't a big item, it was something, but I did sell it, so I was pretty excited about that. So I'm gonna probably start putting some more stuff on there, but it's called Shop Exchange, and I'm not an affiliate or anything. I don't get no bonus points or anything for shouting them out. It's a really great idea. The only thing is, I think the app is fairly new, and I mean, I don't know. I've not been on it very long, and I went
in 1 mile.
I sent my daughter a message. I said, "Look, I sold this." So she was about as excited as I was. So yeah, so Shop Exchange, and it's an app, and so what had happened the other day when I sold something, they sent me a text. And it said this item sold, and then they sent me an email that had like like the pickup number and everything. I love Marketplace, but it's just getting to where things are just, people, you just can't trust anybody anymore. All right, I secured the goods. I did not realize I bought that much stuff. You can't even see. This is really sad. Well, I've secured the goods, and okay, I got a lot of stuff. I got a lot of stuff. But now, I didn't have to spend a lot of money. Okay, so what I love about when they do their auctions, you know, they put stuff here and there and everywhere. And, but instead of cleaning, like, okay, they go to somebody's house and they, there's like a cabinet, and they will start it out at $1, like everything in the cabinet for $1, everything in this cabinet for $1. This Lazy Susan, $1. You know, start out. So a lot of stuff I got really pretty cheap. So I bought several of them little lots. Okay, I had a lot of them lots, and I just didn't realize I had bought that many of them little. And like I said, they're a couple bucks. You never know. Well, I was pretty excited because I didn't really just sit down and look at everything. But one of them was a lot of old Pyrex dishes. You know, like the brown Pyrex, because my mother always loved that. So there was, I can't even see on my mirror at the back. So there was some Pyrex in that. So that, I don't know, there's so much stuff, I don't know, it's going to have to be a whole different haul video because there's so much stuff. And, you know, like a lot of it I couldn't see. I couldn't see a lot of it because, you know, they put it up and say, okay, this is going to start out at $5. So you don't know what it is. You're basically, it's like a mystery bag. And so I got several mystery bags. So a lot of it will go to the booth. I did buy a lot of Christmas wreaths, and I don't know what I paid for them. It wasn't much. And, you know, I'm not a big decorator for Christmas, but I have a bunch of Christmas wreaths. I think I got about 7 or 8 Christmas wreaths for like $5. Nice ones. So I won a coffee, or I got a coffee pot in one of my lots, and I was packing my car. My car is so packed, there is no way anybody else could ride in this car. But I did win like an old Mr. Coffee pot. It's probably been around for 50 years, and I break it in 5 minutes. Well, anyways, it rolled out of my car and busted. So I've got the makings of a coffee pot, but no coffee pot. Okay, so my daughter didn't come with me to help me with this because I didn't really think I had a lot. But again, I bought a lot of those lots and got a bunch of stuff really inexpensive. I did not believe I would have this much stuff, but I got a lot of stuff. So I had to stop and get something to drink. I'd been there for almost let's see, I got there at 10:30, and I was there almost an hour and a half loading my stuff up. So my daughter would have went with me, and she didn't go with me, and so, but probably a good thing because there'd be nowhere for her to sit. So yeah, I would say this was a success. This was a good one. She said, my friend who has that, and I will make sure I link to their auction site, and they ship too. So they'll ship, because I know she was showing me a bunch of stuff they were going to have to ship. So I thought that was really cool. And I don't know if you remember, but at the last auction I bought from her, she had a flamingo lamp, and I was so disappointed that I didn't win the flamingo lamp. Make sure to post you a picture of it. So I was so sad that I did not win the flamingo lamp. And anyways, it sold for like $46, and I was not going to pay that for that lamp. So she told me, well, her husband had told me, he said, well, you know, we've got to let the buyer, because the buyer was in like New York. I live in Arkansas. So the buyer had bought it and lived in New York, and so they said it had like a little chip in it like on the bottom of it, I think. But the lady already told my friend that she already owned one of these particular lamps. So anyways, when she called her, she let her know, say, ma'am, I'm sorry, there's a small chip in this. You know, I'm glad she disclosed that to her. And so she said, hey, and you know, that's been a few weeks ago, because I don't even know if I did a video when I went to that one a few weeks, like a month ago. And so she said, hey, the flamingo lamp, the lady didn't take it. It was going to go to New York, and she said I had to disclose to her that it had a little chip in it. So she said, hey, if you want the flamingo lamp, you can buy it. You can have it. Well, I didn't have to pay no $46 for it. So I went ahead and got the flamingo lamp because I was planning on putting it on my desk at work, you know, at the funeral home, just to make people smile. But I don't know, I may sell it, who knows, but I'll let you know. But I got the flamingo lamp after all the tears I shed for the flamingo lamp because I didn't get it. I've already paid her for it. She said she's going to be in her shop next week, so I'm going to go pick it up. So I will share that with you. But I got to go home. I was going to try to pull some of this stuff out to kind of look. This vase was absolutely stunning, and I cannot believe nobody bid on it. I got this for $3. It's huge, and it's heavy, and I think it's signed and dated. Oh, it is. Hang on. It says, I don't know. I can't read it. But it's signed and dated. But this is gorgeous, and I cannot believe nobody bought it. It just blows my mind. So anyways, yeah, so lots of stuff, so much stuff. I just can't believe it. I just feel like I hit the mother load because I got a lot of stuff. So that'll be a lot of stuff that I can sell in the booth, and a lot of stuff I can put on that new app that I was talking about. And so anyways, I'm gonna get it home. Let's get home. Okay, this was the haul. This was all in my car. I got quite a bit of cool stuff. This little necklace, I was really kind of intrigued with it because it has some kind of marking on the back of it, and I'm still doing some research on it. So I got a pretty big deal on that. This is the vase I told you. I think I paid $3 or $4 for it. It was signed and dated. So I was pretty excited about that. Lots of glass. I'm not a huge glass fan. These little things, those are like what you put your little casserole dishes in. There was two that actually had casserole dishes in them. Then we got this little pumpkin here. And, oh gosh, there's just so much. I'll be here for days trying to show. And here was the brown Pyrex. I also got I think a bread pan as well. Here was all these cups. Like I said, I'm not a huge cup fan. I don't like glass, but these look like that might be extremely kind of antique. I haven't did any research on them yet. But this is cool because these come off. These little things slip off. And these feel more like, they're not really plastic, but they're not glass either. So those were kind of cute. I need to really clean them up. There was lots of, I don't know what this is. I'm thinking it went with my quilt because, you know, I got the big quilt that matched this, but I don't know what this is. It's got little ties on it, so I don't know. The bamboo. There is a brand new wine opener in a, this is all like Christmas stuff. I love stuff like this, stuff that's like, I'm going to have to get the oxy to this stuff because it looks a little dirty. But I love finding things that are crocheted and stuff like that. So, hello, Reaper. Flowers, like I said, this was I don't even remember bidding on this, but this was a huge lot of Christmas wreaths. And I think I paid $5 for all of these Christmas wreaths. So, I got wreaths running out my ears. Oh, that little table. Got that table. That is a cute little table. It's almost like a wrought iron with a kind of a plastic, excuse me, with a basket drawer in it. Now, I was extremely fascinated with these. I don't know who these people are, but they obviously paid money to have these done. So I said I paid $5 for these, and they're absolutely beautiful. I don't know the people, but the frames are worth that much. So yeah, that is kind of weird, but I don't know. I think I'll hang them in my booth. I'm gonna clean up the frame. I'm gonna hang them in my booth. Somebody might find them absolutely. I think that, look at the lady, how beautiful she is. So this is my quilt. I did pay a little bit more for it. I think it was around $30 like this, and I absolutely love quilts like this. And I'm actually going to use this on my bed. I was going to sell it first, but I wanted to look at the underneath. They just kind of used whatever material they had to make the backing. It is in excellent shape, but my mom used to make quilts like this, and once I get it on my bed, and I will show it to you, but is that I absolutely love these kind of patchwork quilts. So I just remember Mama making them and cutting them little squares and that polyester material. So this was my biggest spend, and I didn't say you could lay on my quilt. This is my daughter's dog. Hello, Fonnie. So anyways, it's got to go in the wash, and then I'll put it on my bed. I treated myself to a little Domino's. Love me some Domino's. Their pizza I'm not a huge fan of, but you see I spilled my oven baked cheese already, but I wanted to show it to you. Look at the steam still coming off of it. This is amazing. This is oven baked cheese dip. I got these. I had enough points, so I redeemed them for these little Parmesan bites, and boy, you stick them in there. Oh, there's Trixie wanting 16. Now there's glass between you and I. And then, like I said, the Parmesan bites were free because I had points. And then these little cinnamon twist things are so good. And then it came with some icing. So, after a long day of auction and trying to get it unloaded out of my car, we're going to feast. See you next time.